Hey, welcome back. We're here at Leaf and Spirits. You all right there, Giggles?
Yes, we're
I thought we were.
Spirits.
I said Leaf and Spirits. Are you with me now?
I'm here.
I had a plan today. Let's just
plan.
remember, I had a plan that you didn't want to follow. All right, Vince.
What are we drinking today, John?
I don't know really what I feel about today's choice.
I'll tell you what you feel.
Certainly, you can go ahead. But I was looking for the Wild Turkey Rare Breed. The store did not have it, so I went with
Larceny.
Larceny.
I never had Larceny. Larceny's big. It's
I know nothing
popular.
about this.
Me
I know
neither.
nothing about this.
I want to taste that first.
Oh, you would like a little
Yeah.
snifter, perhaps?
Because this cigar, My Father Le Bijou, 1922.
Le Bijou.
When they call it the Roaring 20s, they're not joking. John might have a little issue with this cigar, man. But this is a real cigar. This is big boy cigar. But now I get to try this Larceny. I've been wanting to. I just never, there's always so many choices to make, you know?
So what do you know about this this whiskey, Vince?
I don't know anything. I could have looked it up, but maybe we'll look it up when we take a little break.
This is Larceny, small batch, wheated bourbon mash bill.
Wheated bourbons are usually smoother, smooth, whatever. They're a little sweeter and happier.
92 proof. So
92.
Vincent?
This is on a lot of bourbon lists. I know I've seen reviews about it, but I've never tried it.
Now myself, I'm just going to go whole hog. I'm iced up, ready to go.
You know how it doesn't smell like bourbon necessarily. It smells like bourbon, but it's got a mustiness. I feel it's got a mustiness. I don't know. Usually I like to look the reviews up so I have a place to go and look cool, but
Ooh. That's going to stand up well to a strong cigar, I think.
yeah, that's
There's some flavors going on there.
it's sweet and it's got this, what is that, oak that
Yeah.
it lasts really long.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a bad bourbon.
It's not a bad alcohol burn. It's a little edgy, but I would say kind of digging it.
I mean, the smell is a vanilla. Yeah, a vanilla, and then it's got a little tang to it.
Larceny.
A little funky vanilla. This is a funky adventure. I like it. And I can say funky because you don't know what I mean by funky. So.
Le Bijou, 1922, Vince. Français. Le French fry.
It's got a pretty little foot band on it.
And what? I haven't seen that yet. Foot band. Can you explain a little bit to me? I am.
I'm not going to tell you anything about this cigar.
Did you want ice on that? Are you going to freshen that up, or are you going to drink that neat with your cigar?
I'm going to finish this dram, as they say, in I'm going to finish this dram.
Down in Savannah.
Down in Savannah. I wish I could.
Do you know what that's from? That's The Office. Come on now.
Oh yeah,
We're playing the murder game.
Yeah.
Savannah.
Down in Savannah.
Well, you can certainly see where today's recordings.
Yeah, hey, let's get this cut up.
There's going to be some haberdashy occurring.
Haberdashery. The smell, man. Just smell it. Funky barnyard, man.
You getting a little manure?
Yeah, funky, but not in a bad way. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there. You know what?
A little funky
I'm going
barnyard,
to say this. I go back and I rewatch our videos. just to chronologically have it like a.
We got to figure out what's going on. Oh, I want to sneeze.
So I just have an idea of what we've talked about, and what we, so I seem a little bit more on top of it than what I actually am. And you have talked consistently over all of our videos, from the Macanudo Inspirada to the Padron, through the disaster of the Cohiba Blue, to last week's, what was last week's? They were a little disappointed with.
Oh, what was that? The Aging Room Quattro.
There it is. You've always talked about a hay smell, a grass smell, and I got to be honest with you, this is the first cigar
That's what I'm talking about.
I get 100% what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Every other cigar before that, I was like, no, I didn't catch it. But honestly, this is definitely barn, fresh cut hay.
Yeah, good times, good memories.
I tell you, I worked on a dairy farm when I was 14 for 10 years, and this smelled like we were baling hay, and this smell is what I instantly pulled me back to that moment. So, bully for Le Bijou.
Le Bijou.
Oh, I think this is going to be a good one, Vince.
Oh yeah, the taste is amazing.
Mm.
But the retro hail is very in your face pepper. And a little salty taste, I think. On the mouth, on the actual tobacco.
Definitely getting chocolate.
Yeah.
Like a bitter chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
Like
definitely.
a high percentage.
Yeah, definitely
What's that?
chocolate.
High percentage cacao or
Cacao. Yeah, almost like like
chocolate.
cocoa, not like a sweet chocolate. Yeah. Yeah. Cacao.
Yeah.
What did you say? Cacao.
Cacao.
I said cacao.
Mm. I'm gonna call it early in the race. I'm gonna throw it out there. This is now taken the #1 spot in my list of 6 now. Is this my 6th spot?
I don't know.
5th or 6th cigar. This is now my new #1.
He goes through them all like 4 times every episode.
I do.
Can we call this an episode? Is this an episode?
Sure. This is taking my new #1 spot, Vince.
It's good, man.
It unseated the Macanudo Inspirado.
It's the wrapper's Cuban seed, and it's a Nicaraguan Puro, I believe.
Puro?
I think it's all from
All?
Nicaragua.
Yeah, I believe so.
This was
2016
2016.
Cigar Aficionados #1 pick.
Yeah, it was. It is. Yeah, you're right. This was I didn't try it then.
This is like I'm starting to understand the various undertones of flavors.
Yeah,
Every
cigar we smoked was like a 2-note cigar. So I mean,
yeah, there's some
except for last week, it was a little interesting last week. But I just
seriously, can you just be honest about it? You did not like last week's cigar.
I thought it was fine. I would pay $10 for it once in a while.
But you were straight pissed that you had to spend $15 for that cigar.
Yeah, it wasn't worth $15.
Well,
this
there.
one is.
Now you've said
and
it.
this one's it's a $12 stick.
Yeah, Vince. I'm going to give this. Might have to slow down and enjoy. It's a good afternoon for whiskey sipping and cigar smoking.
This is enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
It does, but there is you do get a little smoke off the foot of the cigar.
Yeah, the second hand the second hand.
I bet you if
little
you
kick.
If you weren't smoking this is a cigar that lingers like days afterwards.
Lingers.
Like, what were you doing in this room?
It was a malingering scent that wafted across.
Wafted? Wafted.
Leave a comment. Vince will read it.
And mine straightened up. I tell you what. Look at that. Razor sharp.
Mine's struggling a bit.
They're dancing.
They're roaring.
Why?
This is the dumbest thing It's just stupid. We actually got lost there for a moment with dancing cigars. Oh my.
Yeah, I just got a banana.
A little banana, a little nanner, a banana.
This is good, man. I'm happy about this.
We need to keep an extra bottle of this on hand, like
This
as a
would
backup.
go
This is
great.
this is like our foundational
Yeah.
until we find something to replace it. But this goes really well with cigars.
This is more of an outlier than anything else we have had. So I mean, except for the Little Freud, which isn't an outlier. That's a basic, in-your-face Isle of Scotch, and we'll get John to try that down the road. Le Freud.
Le Bijou.
Le Bijou.
Bijou.
Le Freud.
Oh, you're getting a little
No, is that Scottish? I'm bad with the accents.
Scottish or Scottish.
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 Le Freud.
Le Freud.
Le Freud. That's it.
Probably the worst stereotyping
What
in
are
the
you-
world. Scottish.
Scottish.
She can't take much more. See, I can't either. A little delayed, but
It comes
You
out of
all
there
right?
quick, boy.
just like the first time for you, or you a noob at this? Lord. It's like playing cards with my sister's kids. Larceny. Are you just admiring the shot
I'm
there?
just looking.
Are you, I mean, seriously, the set designed by John can't get much better. I mean, look at that. That's a thing of beauty back there.
Put 4 bottles on a box, man.
Tell me you don't like that, though. Come on now. I
It's the starting of our bar.
I've often thought about starting a business, and the tagline would be, "I make your shit look good."
And then you could hire me, and I could be the person that drinks half of the bottles.
Nah, we need to make that bottle look good. You got to drink half that, Vince. My assistant, Vince.
My buddy be right here. He's just give me 5 minutes. He'll be right here.
Three or four shots. That's all that needs to come out of that bottle.
This is a cigar. And I remember this. The outer layer seems to burn slow. The wrapper seems to burn slower than the rest of the cigar. So it does need to be touched up, I guess. But it's just you char that outer that wrapper, that outer leaf.
You know what? Honestly, I didn't hear a word you just said. I am really enjoying the process.
It
of
takes
smoking
your
this cigar.
attention.
It really does. This is my aha moment with cigars.
I mean, if you notice, it just stopped our conversation when I was like,
Right. And there's a lot of that kind of like weird pauses on this, and it's just honestly, it's thinking about this cigar. I am well pleased, Vincent. Magnificent choice. And then you even have to stop and think about the whiskey too, or the bourbon as well.
it was a very interesting day. This is what it's all about.
We're gonna have to write this one down. This might have to be like, if we do like a three tapings that just kind of like suck. We might be like, oh, we need to take it back to Le Bijou. We may need a Bijou.
Le Bijou.
Yeah, don't do that.
What do we? And
Savannah.
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 We'll take you back to Savannah.
Savannah. How many times do you think I could say that in a span of the next 45 minutes?
That's all. It's. I like the Larceny. It is. I like it on the ice.
I would imagine it was a little rough, neat.
No, it wasn't rough. It was cool, but the ice really made it a nice drink. It's a whiskey cocktail. You drink a whiskey drink. You drink the fucking drink.
You talk.
Drink. Who was that?
I'm not quite sure
Remember
what that
that
was.
song?
That might have been a seizure. You're okay? You gonna make it? You had talked about doing an old fashioned this week, but I'm glad we did not. Would this be a good old fashioned bourbon? Or is this a good standard?
This is a little different, but it's definitely a regular bourbon.
Ooh. Man.
Wheat instead of traditional rye. This would make an interesting old-fashioned. You know where the term old-fashioned came from?
Oh, I'm having a moment here.
Uh-oh. Do you have a tasting note?
Yeah.
We haven't given any tasting notes. We're just like, oh, it's so good.
I just got you call it the hay or the grass, the cut grass. I'm gonna call it the barnyard. It really took a big hit of like, wow, that's hay. That's baled hay.
Yeah, it is, and that mustiness and funk of hay.
Hay bale, like when you crack a hay bale.
Yeah. In the beginning, I mean, to just smell the foot of it, it had a barnyard manure.
Yeah, more.
It's a good thing though. I mean, not to sound it doesn't.
No.
It's
no,
not
I agree with you.
A pile.
Right, I agree with you 1,000%. But there was that hint of that muskiness.
Mm-hmm. But this is just straight hay, like a drier hay, funky hay.
I agree. We are very happy with ourselves in this week's choices.
Yeah, but this is a good experience. I would suggest trying these together. I mean,
in fact, if you do, leave a comment. Let us know how it goes.
Not saying you'll love them together. You might not, but that's what you do. You find somebody that has similar taste to you, and you watch their experience.
I know if there's many people that are emblematic of this. We're both
the pepper turned into a little bit of. It's not as prevalent now. I don't think.
No.
But I got an oak, like a strong oak, like a
from
wood.
What you had told me the other day about this, what to expect. I got to say, it's not the La Padron, Padron 7. What do we have?
7,000.
7,000 was.
That's a $6 stick too.
Was much more pungent, much more robust, much more peppery in your face. This is very subtle.
But I mean, you think even through the retro?
Absolutely. And I've retrohaled quite successfully a couple times here, and it has not been rough for me at all. Welcome back.
Watch that finger, man.
Respect the dividing line. What do you need there, Vince? What are you looking for?
Larceny.
A little larceny.
We got to figure out what. Did you read why it's called larceny?
Let me know how that goes.
Treasury agent. I'm not going to sit here and read this whole thing. Rick House.
Just throwing out random words.
Instead of traditional rye, which we have to go over a rye. And I think that we should go straight to the top, the big one that I want to try. Whistle Pig Rye.
I almost bought that today. That was.
Whistle Pig Rye is supposed to be. Now it is being sourced. The rye is being sourced out of Canada, but a lot of people source rye whiskey out of Canada.
Question.
Yep.
Are they talking rye like
rye?
The same thing as rye bread?
Yes, rye.
So if. Oh man, this sounds so
the way it goes.
juvenile,
See,
so
this
stupid.
is something you should
I don't
know.
like rye bread. Will I like a rye whiskey?
Rye. Okay, this is what you get off of a basic rye.
Thank you.
Do you like anise or anise, or however you say it?
Like a licorice?
Like a licorice,
I do.
anise. You get that. A eucalyptus.
Okay.
A pepper.
Off a rye?
Yeah.
All right. Next week, Whistle Pig Rye.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, no problem.
And
We
we
got to
might
figure
have
out.
to go.
I'll figure out a cigar for that.
We might have to go Le Bijou.
This is going in our humidor that we haven't built yet, but our humidor is going to be here, and this boxes of this. This is My Father Le Bijou.
1922. Cigar aficionados.
Cigar of the year.
Number one in
2016.
Oh, look at you. Look at that fact retention.
Gee, look at that. But it's our number one cigar of the year right now.
In 2020. And if we can just mention it again.
I think you said that we drank half that bottle. You're showing we drank half that bottle.
But that's how good this cigar is.
This is so good.
Wait it out.
You got to stick around for this cigar.
It's an experience. The entire cigar.
Absolutely. It changes multiple times.
Uh-huh.
So much that we couldn't even keep up with it. Is it weird that we're 48 and we're doing this shit?
No.
Oh.
Arg.
At one time, I get leather.
Woo.
I get cinnamon.
Woo.
I get pepper.
Woo.
And I get vanilla. And a dryness of dried leaves.
Oh, for a Thursday, this ain't bad.
Yeah, we're smoking this all the way down until it burns my fingers.
I'm not giving up on this. I've thoroughly enjoyed this experience.
Absolutely.
Except, it does go out.
It does. It has burning issues. But it's almost like it's a rite of passage. It's almost like well, hey, if you want to enjoy this, you have to maintain it.
You have to work at it.
You have to keep up with it. You have to pay attention to what's going on in this cigar. Now I can actually say, I love my father. Now I got to get a tear in my eye. How do they do that?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Can I do want to cut. We have.
Now I understand. I can actually say I love my father.
We have. I will say this final bit. The flavor has come down to a pepper.
There's a lot of pepper going on.
This final.
And the cinnamon. I get that dried cinnamon. You ever do the cinnamon challenge? I never did it.
No, to me that's stupid.
Have you ever tasted, like, taking cinnamon, tasted it?
Sure.
That dry, not a tanniny dry, but it's just that dry, sucks the moisture out of your mouth.
That made a little sense.
That baking spice. That's what I'm saying about cinnamon. Not that it actually tastes like cinnamon. The feeling of cinnamon. If you taste things like, obviously you like finer things in life if you're watching this video. Not that we're finer, but...
What are you doing?
But, we could be sitting here in leather chairs.
Continue that thought.
With a snifter of brandy and, we actually have haircuts.
At this current time, we're concerned about a light bulb exploding because water's dripping down on
Literally 15 leaks in this room. What are we going to do, man? This is we have to make it through the winter before I can fix the roof.
Nah, it's adequate. The taste, the flavor, the experience has so outweighed the irritation of having to relight this. I would do the cigar in a heartbeat.
This is going to be a standard
in the vault.
In the vault, absolutely. The cigar vault.
And also a standard in the Leaf and Spirit vault.
Larceny is definitely something I'm coming back to, especially with this cigar. This is going to be...
Especially, or is it especially?
Especially.
Not especially.
Right. Yeah. The vernacular
that
I use is very common, and you will understand me.
Savannah.
Savannah.
Nice.
It's part of me now.
You got to get a little wiggle in.
You gotta get a
Savannah.
little Savannah. You gotta do a little. You take Elvis, and then you add a little heroin.
You had to get all sideways on it. But that really, it speaks to this cigar. We've done nothing but try and extend the experience of this cigar, paired with the whiskey. It is straight 4 out of 4 stars. I would do this again in a heartbeat.
4 out of 4.
Larceny.
5 out of 4, in fact.
Le Bijou.
Le Bijou, 1922 by My Father. You can't go wrong.